Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and X-Men The Wedding Special. There's a whole lot of good stuff in here, including Chris Claremont. That's not there. Where does it say Chris Claremont? It says Chris Claremont. So, oh, there we go. Inside the ring. So this is an extremely fun book. There's a whole bunch of references in here. Case in point, the first story is written by Chris Claremont. Just the art. The art is gorgeous. Don't question the art. The art is gorgeous. Tad Nock does the art with Rachel Rosenberg doing the colors in the first story. The second story has Greg Land in it. Hello. And Marika Cresta. I can't think offhand of anything she's done before for the third story, but the art's good, so no complaints. Mark Guggenheim does the second story. Which is perfect because he's writing the X-Men Gold story, which this is based on. And Kelly Thompson is the writer for the third story, Something Old, which is basically a karaoke stripper combination for Kitty Pryde and the girls. Unfortunately, no, we don't get all this. This actually sounds like my 13-year-old self reading comic books. Oh man, they're wearing too many clothes. Anyway, so boyhood dreams aside, no, this is Kelly Thompson, and she did a fantastic job. And unfortunately, like, it's got to be her who's going to reference back to the Rogue Gambit story, but at least somebody referenced back to the Rogue Gambit story, so that's awesome. I love that. That alone, even though it's her own self-aggrandization, I'm good with it. Excuse me, I almost choked on myself. That was weird. So anyway, I'm glad that somebody at least referenced it, even if it's her. You know what I'm saying? Referencing her own books. It almost seems narcissistic, but I'm okay with it because it was a great story. But Mark Guggenheim, Boys Night Out. This was good. Again, it's kind of weird that we already had an issue number 26 of X-Men Gold, the story that about the club. It's like we knew they went to this club, we just didn't know what happened in the club, but nothing particularly special happened in the club. It was funny more than anything else, but yeah, I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong for a moment. I enjoyed it. I genuinely think that this story should have come out before that one. Just, I've got my tastes. Anyway, the Chris Claremont story, believe it or not, wasn't really that great. I was so looking forward to this story, and it's okay, you know? I mean, it's not bad. It's okay. It was heartwarming. It was basically Chris Claremont, who's got more insight to the X-Men universe than, as far as I'm concerned, anybody else in the history of creation. And it literally goes through Kitty Pryde's history. Hey, he was part and parcel in creating this character, you know what I'm saying? But he goes into the story of her creation, all the crazy things that happened to her, that he did this. He's responsible for this, all these crazy things that he did with his character. And it's a beautiful story. I guess I was just kind of expecting that maybe Marvel would say, here you go, bud. Maybe this is just, a heads up. It's like, here you go, bud. You did the story. It's pretty cool. People liked it. I liked it, Marvel. So maybe Chris Claremont gets to write X-Men Silver, or whatever the frick you want to call it, where he gets to pick his own team of 5 to 7, and then he starts writing a really crazy, incredible story. Why not? So that's what I'm kind of hoping happens. Doubt it, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to give this comic book a B+. This was enjoyable. Was any of this necessary? I don't know that anything happened in this comic book, this one shot, that's going to make you say, oh, I need to get that book because of such and so story. Not really. Not really. But it was still an enjoyable book. So if you want a good comic book that's going to relate to everything that you're already reading in X-Men Gold, here you go. But is this going to be like, some great collector's item? I really can't predict that. I genuinely can't. So I don't know what to say. Aside from that, guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.